right, this is Lynn with Lynns Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Strikes in Rockland, Halftime Bar and Grill in Rockland, and we're chatting with Ian, the sound man for tonight's event. So thank you, Ian, for spending a few minutes with us from behind, or from pulling you away from your soundboard. So thank you very much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So you work for True Line Entertainment. You're doing sound and lighting at various venues around town. So how long have you been working for True Line?
About 2 years.
Wow.
This in March, this
Wow.
coming month. So
That's awesome.
Not that long, but a lot of stuff in that short time.
Oh,
so,
I bet.
Yeah.
It's probably constant training and learning new things.
Yeah, it's a lot of do this and figure it out along the way. But,
so your boss says do this and you figure it out.
Essentially, he's there for questions, but he's not
good.
afraid to throw me into some sort of situation.
That's cool. That's cool. It's a good way to learn. So, and we're speaking about training. So what type of training did you obtain to become an expert at sound and lighting?
I originally went to American River College through the recording program, and that gave me a definite foundation just in audio, generally speaking.
Very cool.
Just a good background on signal flow and just the basic functions and things, and then ended up meeting my boss and just got kind of thrown into some stuff and just learned along the way with him.
Very cool.
Every system is different, and you know, it took a little bit to get this system dialed in on his setup. So,
but once you got it, then you just get in there and you go for it.
Yeah, I mean, every now and again, something will happen and that'll leave me puzzled, but he's always there for me to be able to call or
that's good.
Text or just bug.
Yeah. Because I have seen some venues where you're there alone, and I know he's out gigging or setting up sound at another venue. So that's cool, as long as you have his ear.
Yeah.
So, well, what made you decide to go into that line of training in school? Way back when, huh?
Kinda. It was more of, I don't really know what I want to do. Okay, recording. That might be cool.
Yeah.
It was okay. Let's think about the realism of being in a cover band and where that, or in a original band and where that exactly would go. It's edit that, please. It's relatively slim, so maybe the production side might be cool, and then work up from there. So
yeah, original music is very tough to break into, so that's why a lot of people do the covers. But I love the fact that you're into the sound and the lighting. That's awesome. That's a huge industry, and that's good training to have. So very cool. So how long does it take to set up sound before a gig?
It really depends. We can go to some venues that we do sound for regularly and hustle to set up in probably an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
If we're doing a real big setup, it could take anywhere around 4 hours, upwards of 4 hours. So,
wow. Now, I know tonight with the Mach 5, there's quite a bit of lighting there, so that must have been somewhere in between, because was it last weekend Riff Raff was here? That was huge lighting.
Yeah.
That was huge.
That was our big...
That was your big 4 hour.
Big setup. Yeah, actually, that one was not quite that much. Some equipment had been left up from a previous show, but otherwise, yeah, it would have been probably around 4 hours.
Wow. So you guys, you're here way before the band gets here, and you're working on it.
Yeah, tonight not as much because it's a little smaller than our biggest. It's more kind of medium sized, so it was probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So when the bands hire a sound and lighting crew, it obviously takes that component off of their workload and their minds so that they can concentrate on the gig. So what types of issues do bands come to you for help with? What's the most common that you've seen, in your industry? The most common I've seen is like when the mics go out.
Yeah. I can't hear myself in the monitor. I'm not getting any power. Do we have power for my equipment? Things like that.
They're very common.
This monitor sounds real thin.
Oh, okay.
Is there something we can do about that? general feedback issues
Okay.
here and there.
I've seen them say things like that to you, but you solve it very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Very cool.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. So do you think you might start your own business someday?
It's possible, but I'm not much for that type of thing, and that I'm more of a follower, I guess, rather than leader.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd rather work alongside people.
Yeah. Then boss them around.
Yeah.
I
more
don't
so
blame
than
you
boss
there.
them around, so.
Yeah. It takes a certain type like Mike to be a boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Edit. No.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike. I know he'll be watching. So is there anything else that you'd like to say to Lynns Hangouts or to your fans? Because I know you have fans.
I don't have any fans.
You do.
But whatever. See as many shows as possible and cut some slack on the sound guy.
That's
Stay out
awesome.
of our way.
That's good advice. Very good advice. Well, Ian, thank you so much for your time tonight. Greatly appreciate it. I think I heard the band calling people back, so we probably better let them go. So thank you again.
Thank you.
You're
No
welcome.
problem.